Reporting live on Capitol Hill. Reporting from the White House, Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News. Desde Washington, en Ciudad Juárez, Mexico, Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News. It's been almost 1 year since Congressman Rubén Gallego and Congresswoman Martha McSally were sworn into office here at the U.S. Capitol. This week, I sat down with them as they look back on their year. One Democrat, one Republican, but these two Arizona freshmen agree on something. The Congress can be a dysfunctional place.
You know, I expected it to be not easy. It's worse than I thought.
For Phoenix Democrat Rubén Gallego and Tucson Republican Martha McSally, the impediments to get things done in Congress has been a challenge.
Certainly been a little frustrated with some of the dysfunctions here and the dynamics that actually I think are barriers inside the Beltway to actually fixing things that are impacting people outside the Beltway.
And although both are frustrated with the current system, they are proud of what they've been able to accomplish.
We've been able to get people, VA benefits, Social Security benefits. We've been able to reunite, military members with their, their wives and their kids that were, stuck overseas because of government bureaucracy.
For McSally, getting 4 pieces of legislation passed through the House this year and 1 bill signed into law has been her greatest accomplishment.
Given the realities, I've been looking for where we can find solutions that actually we can get across the finish line.
Since both of them are former veterans, there have been areas of agreement on issues concerning the military.
He was, I think, the only Democrat who supported keeping the A-10 flying.
But what these two members have learned in their short time in Congress.
Here, what I've learned is that you actually have to get many people to join with you in one kind of set of ideas or an agenda, and you need to push at the same time.
Despite the challenges, they must like something about being here. Both have filed for re-election in 2016. Live on Capitol Hill, Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News.
Y nuestros jóvenes, porque si no, ellos sufrirán las consecuencias.
Para el año 2060, 1 de cada 3 habitantes en Estados Unidos será latino. Por eso la congresista Linda Sánchez y otros líderes hispanos del Congreso presentaron un reporte del estado económico, educativo y estatus legal de la población latina.
Entonces el éxito de nuestro país depende del éxito de nuestra comunidad latina.
Los retos son enormes. Según el informe, los hispanos ganan menos y tienen doble la posibilidad de vivir en la pobreza comparado a familias anglosajones. Por eso el congresista Rubén Gallego del Distrito 7 de Arizona dice que la educación es clave.
Todo lo que ocurre en una manera positiva, si alguien se va a la universidad, incluye tener un buen sueldo, la posibilidad de alguien que está en la cárcel si tiene un grado de universidad casi no existe. Hay muchas cosas que son muy buenas para la comunidad si personas van a la universidad.
De acuerdo al informe, los hispanos continúan quedándose atrás en la educación comparando a otros grupos. Por eso Gallego dice que todos deben de tener acceso a una carrera universitaria.
Muy importante como un estado y como una nación que nosotros ponemos más inversiones a la universidad para que el costo para ir a la universidad es menos.
Líderes hispanos en el Congreso están de acuerdo que se requiera más fondos para la educación. Algunos también buscan un aumento al salario mínimo, la reforma migratoria y acceso a crédito para negocios latinos. Desde Washington, Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News. Marched the last few miles into Washington today know that they are not going to meet with Pope Francis, but they still hope their message will be heard. Tired, hungry, and sleepy is what these 100 women felt after walking 100 miles from a detention center in Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. Their hope is that Pope Francis hears their stories and that the world hears the injustices they say they've encountered under the current immigration system in this country. For Maria Elena Apodaca, being separated from her husband 5 years ago was not easy.
It's been 5 years since my husband and brother-in-law were deported to Mexico.
The pain her family went through is the reason she joined the We Belong Together movement to advocate for other families who may be going through the same thing.
Well, the other reason I came was because of the injustices that are happening in Arizona, deportations and families being separated.
With blisters in her feet, Maria Cruz Ramirez kept walking.
1 week since I've been walking. I was one of many women who didn't give up.
Her motivation was
pain and suffering of those families and people who are in detention centers and who have left family, kids, and spouses behind.
Their message to Pope Francis is that he advocates for the immigrant community and that he brings justice to those who are being affected. But these women are also inviting other women to join their advocacy.
Women of Arizona, please don't give up the fight. We need to have the strength and power to make our dreams possible with our families here in the United States.
And to not be afraid.
Well, I want to tell those women to come out and to stop being afraid. I was afraid once, but I overcame that and I am here now.